for Clemson. This is actually my first video. I've been thinking about doing this for a while now, and guess I decided today I was just going to pull the trigger on it. So I kind of wanted to do some videos on some upcoming stuff about Clemson football, previous stuff, recruiting class, Tristan Smith decision, portal, recruiting, the whole 9 yards. So this video I'm just going to be kind of doing a brief overview between last season, a few things I just mentioned, next season, what to look for, kind of thing like that. So I guess we'll just jump right into it. Last year was a rough year, man. It was a rough year for us. I mean, you saw a lot of issues, but nothing that wasn't fixable. I mean, it was just nothing that could really be put together during the season, unfortunately. And finished the season 7-5, lost Penn State in the bowl game. Cade was playing on a bad ankle, but that was just another thing for 2025 to go wrong. So it was just not a great year, but not the end of the world either. I mean, it's not like it's going to be like that forever. We saw a lot of good stuff happen in the offseason so far, and it's only June. So, I mean, we still got plenty of time before the season starts. Game 1 against LSU. And over the past, 2 months, I mean, there's been a lot of buzz about Clemson football, not just in the facility, practice field, but recruiting. I mean, recruiting for next year's 2027 recruiting class has been off the chain. I mean, it has been amazing to watch Dabo and company going out and just basically pulling anybody they want. They haven't been stuffed in the locker, as they say, too many times this season, and they've been doing the stealing, I guess you could say, stealing a top bunch of recruits. Like, we got a 4-star, highly touted safety right out of Knoxville. I mean, you don't see that too often. Tennessee losing out on him, but for some reason, a lot of people are assuming that Dabo is just finally adapting and understanding that in this day and age, you got to be able to pay guys. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. But not saying like you have to go out and offer $1 million to every single high school kid, but you need to make them competitive. I guess is the best word. Not just throw really low numbers and just say, "Oh, we're Clemson. We got 2 national championships." That's all great and all, but people need to see it. I mean, you just went 7-5 last year. You ended up having 9 draft picks. That's great, but people don't know where the Clemson trajectory is headed yet. I mean, we as fans do because we see the ins and outs, but everybody on the outside doesn't really know what's going to happen. So same with high school recruits. They have no idea what to look at as far as Clemson anymore because it's just not the same as it used to be. But hopefully we're heading in the right direction, and finally got rid of Garrett Riley. Just did not fit here. Now we got Chad Morris. His tempo offense is going to help tremendously, and I think it could be kind of a sneaky good hire that Dabo did in the offseason. Another big thing was the portal class. I mean, Clemson's most portal pulls has been 3, and that was last year with Will Help, Tristan Smith, and Jeremiah Alexander. And Will Help, one of the best players on the team. Tristan Smith, you can't coach that fire that Tristan Smith has. Jeremiah Alexander is a hell of a player, and I can't wait to watch him this season. He didn't really see too much of the field last year, but I think he will see a lot of playing time this season. He's a very, very, very talented player, and I think he takes the next step. But so, I mean, you've seen so many teams have huge portal classes, and then the following season they're top 10, top 5. Indiana won a national championship with mainly freshmen, or mainly transfers, I mean. And so, I mean, it's just in this day and age, you have to go get transfers, and you have to pay high school players. There's no other way around it. You will not win football games if you don't use that. And I feel like from what we've seen over the past few months, Dabo is finally understanding that. I think Tom Allen has a lot to do with that as well. given the fact that in that portal class we pulled, I think it was 9 defensive players and 1 offensive player. The one offensive player was Chris Johnson from SMU, running back, and second fastest player in college football. So absolutely home run on the running back pull. A lot. Wish we would have went and got an experienced quarterback, and sounded like we were leaning towards some, but they just never pulled the trigger. Um, is what it is. We have Christopher Vizina coming up, and it's going to be his job to lose. He's been there the longest. He's got the most starts, even though it's only one. He's the most experienced quarterback we have, which is insane. But that's what we have. But we also have a freshman coming in that's Tate Reynolds. He is extremely talented. Um, Almost as, like, I guess I would like, built like DJ. He is tall, he is strong, and he can absolutely rip the ball. Now the big question is he stronger mentally to handle the game day lights and all that kind of stuff than DJ was? So that's a big question of that. And then also with Chris Vizina, is he ready for that QB1 spot? Because we've seen it past couple times where they look good in a game they got to come in for an injured quarterback or whatever, and they ball out. And then when they finally get their chance to be the guy, it never pans out. I mean, it just, for some reason, Clemson just has had a bad luck streak with quarterbacks like that. So everybody's hoping that Fazina will break that curse, but we'll see. I mean, in the spring game earlier this year, he looked phenomenal. I mean, he was making quick decisions. He wasn't holding the ball forever, and his throws were on the money. They were leading his target. Back shoulder throws were on the money. So everything just looked great for Chris Vizina. He was the best quarterback on the field. Now Tate was not far behind, but Chris Vizina was the best football player on the field, other than Gordon Sellers. Gordon Sellers balled out, man. That was exciting to watch. And that's crazy. Gordon Sellers is not even going to be your main wide receiver. You got Brian Westcoat, T.J. Moore, Tyler Brown, Tristan Smith, and then you got Gordon Sellers just came in this season. So the fact that you got a freshman doing that, that's amazing. And then you brought in 2 more that are extremely talented in Naheem Burrows and Connor Salmon. And those are going to be 2 extremely, we are going to be able to have the best wide receiver room we've had in a very long time, top to bottom. Not a lot of people were talking about Tyler Brown either. And I know people are upset about him, wanted him to leave because he had a rough season last year. But I don't, that's not on him. He came back after a injury, and he just wasn't used right, in my opinion. He was thrown out there like one play at a time every, I don't know, 2 quarters, and then just throwing a bad ball, put it in a bad spot, and it just never really panned out for him. So I don't blame him whatsoever. I think he comes back big this season. But this season is going to be very different because Clemson has usually seen a consistent team that's been there for a while. Like I said, last year you brought in Will Help, and he was an immediate impact on the defensive line. But that's just one starter. And this season you have only 4 or 5 remaining, returning starters on the defensive side of the ball. So you're going to have a lot of new faces to look for on this defense, especially in the secondary. And it's going to be exciting. I mean, linebacker room is probably going to be your biggest weakness, but with Sammy Brown, dude, you're fine. We're good. I mean, I ain't worried about that at all. It's just the biggest issue is, what does the secondary look like? I mean, these are all fresh faces, but, man, those guys at the spring game, they were flying around. I mean, you got guys in the backfield that are in the secondary running like 4.4s, dude. I mean, they are fast, dude. They are running 22 miles an hour. Crazy stuff. So that's really exciting to hear, that we finally got some speed and length in the secondary, which we've been missing for a while. I mean, just think of Ashton Hampton body style, just faster. I mean, that's just, and they're everywhere. It's not just Ashton Hampton on one side, a smaller Avion Terrell on the other side, Ricardo Jones behind you. I mean, those are all like Ashton Hampton's tall and lanky and strong. All those other guys are very small, but they play big. But now we actually have guys that are tall, can go up and grab it, and they're going to be able to keep up with these fast receivers that you see a lot in the ACC. And what plagued us last year was our passing secondary, like our secondary passing defense. And you saw our players just get blown by. They're missing assignments. They're out of position. They're just trying to. It just did not work. It did not look good last year. Um, but we're really looking forward to seeing these guys in action, and so it's pretty exciting to hear what's going on. Fall camp's coming up soon, so that's another exciting time for Clemson football to kind of hear who's taking the next step and who looks seeing that progression, that development, who's taking the reins, and who looks the best under pressure, all that kind of stuff, and who we get to look forward to in those positions as starters. We kind of have an idea right now, but you never really know until fall camp. But it's really, really exciting. So, I mean, with the transfer portal, I mean, you got the recruiting class that came in this season. We even got a couple of late additions. I think they're supposed to be here this month um, that they added to the 2026 class late in the cycle. So there's just a lot to be excited about. Probably my most exciting, the most anticipated player on defense for us right now is probably gonna be Polo Anderson. He's a safety, 4-star, extremely talented. So everybody's really looking forward to him, seeing him on the field. I think he's an instant impact, and so yeah, it's just the I guess I would say the hype from last year after the spring game, it feels different in my opinion than it does now. Like we actually are starting to truly think this team has a chance. Not national championship ready yet, but they have a shot to win 10, 11 games again, and not struggle to barely make seven. And so I feel like the vibe is a lot more upbeat and exciting, and you feel good about what you're seeing on the reports and whatnot, and the video practices and or the practice videos and whatnot, and so there's a lot to be excited about, man. And it's just, and then you look at the recruiting class for next season, the 2027 recruiting class, dude. It was like, but December hit, you were looking at maybe 5 commits, and that's really good. I mean, you're a year early before early signing day, so I mean, it's really good. It's just January, February, March came rolling around, and I think you saw 2 commits, and it was kind of like, slow, but you got the big official visit weekend coming up in the end of May. But it wasn't that weekend that everybody saw a flurry of commits. It was the 2 weeks leading up to it, man. It was exciting for those 2 weeks, and even a few days after that. And you saw a couple commit on the day, on Friday, the big official visit weekend, but Saturday and Sunday didn't see any. But um, Monday, I think you saw 4. I mean, it was crazy. And it was just one after the other. Like bang, bang, bang. Committed to Clemson, committed to Clemson, all in. Like it was just social media was exploding. And then Tuesday rolled around, and it was the same thing. I think it was like 2 or 3 more, and it was awesome. Um, Now we still got a few more that we're going after. Seth Williams, we're hoping to get him back. I mean, he did commit earlier, but he felt like he kind of jumped the gun. And Dabo and Clemson told him, "Don't commit until you're ready." But he got excited being on a visit, and he committed, and then decided to back off. And it was mutual. It was nothing wrong with it. He just kind of jumped the gun, got overexcited. Can't blame him. But he was going to be going to all these other official visits, but he decided to cancel them. And now it's just down to Georgia and Clemson. Same with this other defensive back and Jaden Bailey. I'm not going to try to Aprico, something like that. They call him Jab. And he's another highly touted 4-star defensive back that we're really trying to pull in and he is also leaning between Clemson and Georgia. So both Kirby Smart and Dabo are going head to head for two highly touted guys, and who pulls them out? I have no idea. Some say they're Clemson leans, some say they're Georgia leans. We just don't know until somebody decides. And we got a couple other guys. We were really after this four-star linebacker, but it sounds like he's leaning towards Kentucky now. Unfortunately, they just came in and offered crazy money, and he couldn't turn it down. And I can't blame him. It's just it sucks because I I hate I hate it for the kid, and I blame the adults. The fact that you're bribing 18-year-olds with double the money when you can't offer as much as the other place. Kentucky is just you're not going to see the type of season that Clemson is going to have. Clemson will get you graduated. They'll get you to the league. They'll set you up for success after football. There's just so much to offer here that I feel like he's going to like miss out because adults can't control themselves when it comes to having so much money to throw around at these kids. When you got a coach that leaves a Omaha team for a team that is not good, has not been good because of money. When adults can't do that, they can't turn down that much money. Can't expect kids to either. I mean, these are 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids. They see kind of life-changing money, changing money for their families, and it is what it is. Um, but anyway, that's a long story. I mean, it's kind of like the Sorbsby case, Chambliss. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Pete Golding with the Luke Farrelly issue earlier this year. I mean, it was just a mess, dude. College football is a mess right now. But the one good thing, right, that I've seen Dabo do is finally offer high school guys. Um, like I said earlier, he's offered them competitive. I guess offers is the best word. And not just saying, hey, we're Clemson, come to Clemson. It's not good enough anymore. We don't have that, I don't know, the stuff to back it up anymore. We need to start to prove it. And in order to do that, you're going to have to start paying guys, show them you're serious about it. And I think Dabo is finally coming around. So that's a really exciting time. The fact that we got, I think it's 25 players in the class right now for 2027, and we still got a few more to go after. And these are all top guys. I mean, fast risers are already top players. So it's an exciting time for this recruiting class. But some exciting news was Tristan Smith finally got his extra year of eligibility. In my opinion, never should have been denied anyway because he had 2 years of JUCO. He's only asking for a fifth. I mean, how many players have the NCAA granted that have had 6, 7? I think there was a 9-year player or a 7-year. There's definitely a 7-year player at Miami. So many medical red shirts and whatever, and then Chambliss got his extra year because of tonsillitis or something like that, and he got the courts involved, and then Sorsby got the courts involved, and Smith had to do the same thing, man. But he had to wait from January when he filed it to June. And then when he saw the judge, it still took them like a few days to make a decision. I was like, this should be an open and closed case, dude. It's just like he's only been in college 4 years. He just wants one more year back from his JUCO years, just like anybody before him got it. So it's not fair to him. And they finally made the right decision Friday morning and gave him his extra eligibility. So that's a huge boost to this wide receiver room. So that's another exciting piece right there. But so like I said, 2026 is the hope. It feels real this time, not just like, wow, we looked really good against Texas, the best secondary, and Cade's got hopeful, blah, blah, Heisman. It's like, we're not talking about all that. We're not talking about Heisman hopefuls. We're not talking about hope for national championships. We're just talking about the hopes that this team can put complete games together. It feels like the right players in the right position and the coaches are not going to say perfect across the board, but you're getting the right guys in the right coaching spots too. So yeah, it's the hope for the 2026 season is up there. There's a lot of hope and a lot of hype and this, that, and the third, but it's different. It's a different type of hype. It's a different type of excitement than just basing it off of one game the previous year or the spring game. It's the players that we have, the type of guys that we have, the speed, the talent, the hunger. That's another thing. Is like last year just didn't. Nobody looked like they were hungry to win. I mean, they just did not look like a complete team. It looked like a team that had given up on themselves. And Tom Allen talked about it, the entitlement era, and you saw it. I mean, guys got paid and they did not live up to the hype. I mean, they weren't even close. You saw Peter Woods and TJ Parker just. I'm surprised either one of them. They were in the first two rounds, but the way they played going into 2025, they were top 10 picks. I mean, both of them should have been early first round picks. And you had Blake Miller go first. So that's what it tells you. I mean, I will say Blake Miller played his ass off, and he's the first offensive lineman in the first round. So that was a huge win for Matt Luke. But Peter Woods and TJ Parker just did not play their best last season. I mean, I heard TJ Parker had migraines and all that. I hate it for him, but it is what it is. But again, like I said, the 2026 season, it feels different, man. It really does. It feels like there's a lot of true excitement, not just like false hope. Nobody's expecting national championships. I don't know if we make it to the ACC. We may slip into the to the playoffs, but let's just make it through LSU, and then we'll go from there. Nobody's looking that far ahead the way they were last time. Last time they were already talking about Cade being like the number 2 Heisman hopeful. I mean, it was just crazy hype and expectations, and I don't feel like that's there now, which is good and bad because it means we're not there anymore. But it does make me feel better, and a lot of fans feel better that we're not looking too far ahead and getting ahead of ourselves, I guess is the best way to say it. So that's a really positive thing where I think we're getting back to the basics. We're getting the right guys in the right spots and kind of refocusing because whatever we were doing wasn't working. It has not been working for the past 3 years. So I think this team needed a complete overhaul, and I think we got it this past offseason. So I'm really excited. But yeah, so tell me in the comments who's y'all's favorite player you're looking forward to on the offense and defense, and who do you think wins out? Do you think Facina is the guy and he's going to win out throughout the season, or do you think it's going to be a Kelly Bryant, Trevor Lawrence situation where Facina starts the first few games and then you start to see more of Tate and Tate just takes over? I'm thinking I'm leaning towards the latter because from what I saw, Tate is just a different animal, man. That dude is an absolute beast. But the question is, can he handle it when 80,000 fans are yelling and the game's on the line? That's the big thing. And but when he comes in as a freshman, and when you got the coach and the offensive coordinator say it's basically Chris Facina, Tate, everybody else. So that's high praise for a freshman like that 2 years ago had no stars, and now he came here with 4 stars. That's how fast he rose through the rankings because Clemson was able to get on the ground floor kind of thing, and they were lucky enough to hold him. And he's going to turn out to be an extremely talented quarterback for us. But does he win it out this year? I don't know. But what do you think? Do you think he's going to be the guy, or do you think he's going to be the guy next year? And then on defense, like I said, who do you look forward to seeing? I mean, you know what you're going to get in Will Help. Jaheim Lawson's back. You know what you're going to get in Sammy Brown. Hopefully Ashton Hampton has a better year now that he's the guy. But I'm really looking forward to Polo Anderson or Elliott Washington. I want to see those transfers come in with that speed and dominate the passing game. I really want to see them shut down top receivers and make teams beat us on the ground, because if we make it into a ground game, Clemson can beat anybody because they have one of the best defensive lines in the nation. They've always had one of the top defensive lines. So the problem was last year is we just couldn't stop anything in the air. I mean, you make a couple extra plays against Georgia Tech, you win that game. You make a couple extra plays against Duke, you win that game. And that's 9 wins. I mean, I know Dabo said it a million times last year. We're only a couple plays away, only a couple plays away. And everybody got really tired of it. But when you look at it, you're like, okay, maybe he's right. Couple plays, couple of stops. It's a different season, man. 9-win season compared to 7. It is a vast different season. And so I'm really looking forward to these guys that came in through the transfer portal, and then you got a couple of really talented pieces in the secondary coming in from high school, and man, there are some defensive line guys that I'm really excited about. Marcus Strong, Andrew. I'm gonna call him Andrew Burb. I think it's Andrew Burb. His last name is crazy, but he is an absolute monster. London Merritt's another big one from Colorado. Marcus Strong's from Oklahoma. Two very talented guys, huge, high motors, strong, and those are grown-ass men in the middle of that defensive line. So that was a huge upgrade after losing Peter Woods and T.J. Parker. And having Jaheim Lawson back is huge too. So there's a lot to be excited about. But this video is going on, was it 26 minutes now? So yeah, I know it's a little bit longer, but I had a lot of information I kind of wanted to get out. I want to do some more videos. Kind of go over some smaller stuff like the recruiting class for next season. I want to kind of go over each player, when they committed, where they're coming from, ratings, all that good stuff. Also want to do some season preview, but I'm going to wait until closer to the start of the season so we can hear what's going on in fall camp, so we can kind of know injuries, who's standing out, how's everybody looking. Like, it's just, there's a lot left on the table that you don't really know yet, so I kind of want to wait on doing the preview. But yeah, so like I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and if y'all did, give it a thumbs up. If not, it's all good. I don't really know how big this channel is going to get, but hey, I told myself just go for it and pull the trigger and let's do it, because I love talking college football and I love the Clemson Tigers, and I know I talk a lot on social media and kind of get into some crazy arguments with fan bases and whatnot, and it can kind of get out of hand sometimes, but it's just, I'm a very passionate guy, especially when it comes to Clemson football, and I love talking about it. So even if it's negative stuff, I don't know, I'm very passionate. So if you like the video, awesome. If not, it's all good. Still hope you'd come back, give us a thumbs up, and yeah, let me know what you think about the 2026 season and who you're looking forward to seeing. So looking forward to seeing y'all back, and as always, go Tigers.